or something.
Anyway, I came on here because I had a lot of realizations. Okay? So, and I think about this because I was working on the human body, like foam rolling, stretching, and all this stuff. And I realized, like, a lot of people have, like, lower back pain and all this stuff. And I'm realizing, like, your abs could be super tight, you know? And make it look like goofy, too. Like, it makes it look like your stomach's going out. Like, so, if you, like, almost trigger point, you know, like, all of this, and your actual abs, it, like, releases everything. Like, your hips and everything feel better. Like, it might be that you have tight abs, which is causing you to look like you have a belly, too, or at least emphasize it more. But also, you could hurt your back. Keep that away, so I'm just, like, realizing a lot, and your glutes might go over, like, your hamstrings even, right? So, like, they might be tight, and you need to, like, get the knots out of that, because that might be pulling on your adductor muscles, like, you know, in the inner thighs, or whatever. So I just came on about the ab thing, because I feel like a lot of people have lower back pain, but I feel like, just check, because just now for me, I'm, like, trigger point, like, I'm, like, releasing my ab muscles, and, like, your obliques, and everything here, near your ribs even, like, see if it's tight, and press on it, you'll start seeing muscles relax in your hips and everything, and then, you know, you strengthen your abs so your back doesn't take the extra load. Everything needs to work together, but I really just wanted to tell you that realization, because I feel like it's also helping with posture, and I feel like this will help a lot of people, and I think when you wake up, you know, taking a shower is a really good start. Okay? Affirmations. Water. People do different things, but I think working on your body before you go walk and run is very crucial. So there's an order to everything, and it prevents injury. And you can use your hands too, and just go in between your toes, check your toes, check the bottom of your feet, check your wrists, you know. Like, I don't think people really do this. Like, do you do this? And, like, not, people don't always do that. Like, check every finger, check every little joint. People don't really do that. They just go and start doing push-ups. And then I wonder why they get hurt. So kids, before I go to the gym and kickboxing, I need to do some yoga, foam rolling, and all this stuff. So, like, this is an example. Right now, you stretch out your wrists. You do this with me. So now, like, I'm actually forcing myself to do this as well. Okay, look, this is an idea. Oh, look at my little treasure chest. Okay, look, this is an idea. I'm probably gonna hear me with the fan. I just wanted to show you. Okay, look, let's all do this right now, because I need to do this. And sometimes it's hard to motivate myself. We're gonna get ready to go outside, and before we start walking around, throwing our bodies around, sitting and all this stuff. Now, you know, like, there's a yoga move where you're doing, like, camel, whatever, right? I'm not gonna be a yoga instructor, okay? Check out Boho Beautiful. But I'll tell you, I've done enough that I could do it. So you know this one? So you just go a little bit, you know? Nice and easy. But notice right now about your hands. Notice your fingers. Like, do we even pay attention to our fingers or our joints? No, I don't think so. I've studied anatomy, physiology, all this science. I've done track, I've been a personal trainer. I still look stuff up. I'm learning kickboxing. But before kickboxing, you need to make sure your wrists are strong, fingers are strong, shoulders, your hips can move, right? Your legs, you have to be able to jump a little bit. And now, before you start jumping, you need to just plant your feet and see, are you even? Just like I'm doing now with my hands. We're starting with our hands. Well, you know, there's the upward dog, there's downward dog, you do yoga, there's all these things. I just feel like it's really crucial for us to pay attention to every finger, palm of our hand, our wrist, everything coming from the bottom up, but also from hands to the middle, from feet to the middle. But what if we start in the middle at your hips? That's another way. Now, I don't know what's best. You tell me what's best for you. But I think, honestly, you could sit on the couch, you could just like go like this, right? And like, you could just go like a kid. I'm telling you, just don't care what it looks like. That probably looks ridiculous. Just like move your body in however way it needs to be moved. And go extend it a little bit past where, you know, you start feeling like tension at a certain point, right? And just hold it there, like isometric training. Hold it, activate it, press it against that a little bit, and then you'll start seeing like range of motion a little more. Now, a good one, bring your knee to your chest. I'll do it now, okay? We're gonna do this. By the way, I gave myself a haircut and I really messed it up. I don't even know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm not a yoga teacher, okay? But I think this is very important for everybody. We didn't even finish the wrist yet. No, I'm actually right-handed. I could go to the gym right now and have people around me, but I don't want to do that yet because I want to make sure I'm good. I'm good because when I get to the gym, I'm probably going to want to go all out and kickbox. And if I'm messed up, then forget it. So I'm doing my little yoga stretches, foam rolling. But instead of foam rolling for like 40 hours, I think it's really important to just be efficient. And you can do yoga moves while you're walking on the street and stuff like that, you know? But, okay, so I'm just going to do what I want right now, and you do what you want right now. But I'm going to give you ideas for exercises. If anything hurts, please write down. If something hurts, let me know. Because I want to help you. I'm working on correcting my body and my posture, and it's very important to have good posture, right? When we walk around, like activate your glutes and all this stuff. So, I already did this side, but not that much. But this is what I'm saying. You can lift your foot up. You can roll your ankles. You see what I'm saying? Now, I had hurt this ankle. Before I pay attention to my ankle, I want to pay attention to my toes. You could save time by now actually doing both. And you know what's good about this? You could compare. So you could put your fingers between your toes. Pull down on your toes. Fingers in between your toes. Pull down on your toes. See if there's any differences. See if your arches hurt. Because my mom has plantar fasciitis. And I was helping her. Like, I realized, you know, it tightens up with that. You have like a knot in the middle here. But if you go to the edges, near the attachments of all the bones, right? All around here and release, it'll take the pressure off there, right? It'll make it a little better. You need to get the blood flowing to the areas. Don't neglect it. You need to use your cells. You need to use all your body parts to the best of its ability and let them all work together. So going back to the toes, this is helping me actually do this because I always think like, oh, I should do this. No, I don't. So I'm going to do this too, you know? Okay, so now move your body around however you need to, but this is an idea. Now, comparing your feet, you could, again, like you're getting a pedicure, you can separate your toes. I need to cut my toenails and use one of those things. Don't look at my feet. But anyway, it doesn't matter, kids. Okay, get your arches. So right now, I notice what I noticed with me, and you should look when you're standing, not just when you're sitting down. But right now, if you put your hands like here, you know this one, you know this move. You know the bridge, though, it is really good to do. You could also put your feet out. I'm just showing you a bunch of exercises now, I realize. But that's actually good too. Align your hips, squeeze your glutes, feel everything working. I'm not even sure if you can see anything. You probably just see the top of my head. Well, anyways, so kids, say we paid attention to our feet. Now, we need to pay a little more attention to our feet. At least for me. I don't know about you, but my right foot needs some help. Okay? Because it's tight underneath the arch. So take a moment. Let's take a moment, kids. Kids. The kids are all doing those exercises. It actually helped them calm down too. It helps me calm down. This is like a combination of trigger point therapy and yoga and stretching. Okay, so now you're getting the arches of your feet. Or wherever you feel like a knot, right? Kind of press on it, you can move it around, let it release. Don't hurt anything, back up if you have any pain. Another thing I noticed, in between here, right, you start having like the little muscle bellies and stuff, you could go like this in between. Now I'm telling you, sometimes it might be like a little tight right in between in here. So you go like, just move it, like squeeze, Okay, kids. So when I work out, I just move around like what I feel I need to do in the moment, and I'll put the yoga thing on. This is a good way to open your hips, your adductors. But I didn't do the other knee to chest. Let's do that. So I'll have yoga going on. This is an idea. You don't have to follow her exactly. Like you go off on tangents according to your body, basically. So I'm hugging my knee to the chest again. If you're on one of those tables, you can have your other leg hang over and get a deeper stretch and stretch your quads and stuff, You probably have that at physical therapy. You could also use your bed and do that. You could do yoga in bed, kids. I'm on a fitness mat. You go like this, open your adductors. Okay, you want me to tell you now? After you compare your feet and say you fix them, which I think you honestly need to stand up. Let me do this too. You need to stand up and see how you're distributing your weight. And see if there's anything turning in or out. Look at your knees. Look at them. Are they facing straight? Does any knee hurt? Because sometimes actually, it's behind your knee, it might be a little tight. And you could do that little stretch on the cat stretch on the sidewalk, like to the point where they just go all the way down, and it'll release that, okay? Now, sometimes we neglect our interior, this tibialis, it's called. Anyway, our muscles here. And you pay attention maybe to our calves, right? You go like this more. Also, you can hit all your body parts. Okay, I'm hunching over to be like in a little frame, but I don't need to be. Fast track. Like I said, you want to fast track everything. This, a rope. And you make circles. And I have to get out of here. I'm not ready yet. So, I didn't get everything. Although I did some stuff. You know how to release this and that's tight? You take the foam roller. I have to do this. This is a foam roller. Okay, and now in your armpit and all that stuff, you have like little attachments if you feel them might be tight. Then you go like this, and you let it, you kind of sit on it, you roll it, see where it's hurting. Don't let it hurt. Just release. Feel it like release. But back up and hurt yourself. I hope you know what you're doing. I'm not a professional yoga teacher. I was just thinking though about like the tight abs thing I said earlier. if you're new and you missed it. Because you want to have a strong core so your back doesn't go and get hurt. But I realized that I'm like, oh, my abs are actually tight. You know what I mean? Like they're tight. And like they need to relax. And then so I started trigger pointing my abs to relax, and then I started noticing other muscles relax and my hips relax. And I was like, wow, people need to know this one. Because I just discovered this one. No one told me this. And I go on YouTube a lot and I look up fitness stuff. Connor Harris, I think his name is, one of the best. I follow a bunch and they're really one of the best. And I know a bunch of personal trainers. So like I said, like all along here, like your ribs, your obliques, and your 6-pack or 8-pack, whatever you have. You're like 8 packs here, I don't care. Can you feel your abs? If not, if you want to feel your abs, I suggest move around, live your life, go do a lot of things. Don't forget to eat, you'll be fasting, because you're having more fun. And don't think about food so much. It's your priority, your focus. Of course you want to kind of know, like, oh, I'm going to eat today, what am I going to eat for dinner, you have to figure all that out. Who's going to cook? Me. So anyway, kids, I'm sorry I call you kids, because, like, I don't know, it just happens. And I shouldn't apologize, right? I'm just being myself, and I'll be honest, outside is nice, and, I want to get out there. I'm going to get out there soon, but I said I need to foam roll and fix my body a little before I go walk, run, kickbox. We have to go back to our wrist folks. And I said, look, there's got to be a fast way to do this because I could spend all day foam rolling and then I still won't be fixed. My friend laughs. Like, that happens a lot. That happened a lot. So I said, by the way, also go like here, near your ribs. Okay, so then you should feel like your arm actually release. Some other guy told me that one, and that is so good because I get tight up here in my, and then I'm like, oh wow, and then I have it to the other side, but I'll tell you real fast. You have like a triangle here, you know, with your collarbones. Feel like the scaly muscles and all this stuff. What I discovered is you have to be careful because the arteries, you have to know what you're doing. Go look this up, I guess, for location. But you go against the collarbone to the triangles. What other direction? I'm not sure which direction to turn. Sideways, probably. I'm not a yoga teacher, but I just think that this stuff's important. What I am saying, you have like almost like a triangle, right? And sometimes the muscles in here get tight and lift everything in here and it affects your neck. Now, I think it's double efficient when you trigger point it, but then you're moving your neck. See what I'm saying? And you can stretch your neck like this and kind of resist it, you know, or this. There's so many things. I'm combining like all the YouTube channels I've ever watched. I'm giving you fast track learning on this channel. I'm going to go to the experts and I'm going to say, teach me. I'll teach you what I know. Who's been studying this stuff? Do you feel like your body's like pretty good, like pain free? Because your body's like your subconscious mind too, I heard. So when you move things around your body, you get happier, you get endorphins from working out, you know. There's a thing called runner's high. This is a true story. I did a report on it years back. So you want to make circles and you want to be able to go the range of motion for things that are meant to make circles. Like, I guess most things are to make circles. You know, we're going back to the wrists. I didn't do the other arm for this thing, but I actually was doing it earlier. This is what I mean. That's why I'm not a yoga coach. Or whatever. Foam roller coach. Trainer. Whatever. Whatever this channel is. This channel is about being your greatest version. And it's kind of about what I have to do as well to be where I'm at. I've been working on myself a lot. And I think I can be a self-help coach while I self-help myself. See? So it's double efficient. I said, go outside and be you. The universe will pay you. You might even find $5 on the ground. True story. I've found 20 before on a run. I found 5 not too long ago doing laundry. So the universe is like, alright, you put all this energy out, and this world has money for some reason. But if it's not money, it will repay you for other things. And I'm telling you, talk about dreams and manifesting reality. And with my Dream Bubble show, it's like you walked into a reality where it's positive news. And I'm going to have people on this show when I feel like it. I have people lined up. But it's also going to be me, because I'm the main character of my life, and I can film anytime I want. I don't have to say, come here, because I'm going to miss the thought. Come here and do yoga. I'm in New York City. Oh, well, you missed it. You know what I mean? I have to film it, and then they can do the yoga when they want. Meditation's really great. Staring at a candle's a good way. I didn't do that yet today. Now, I don't know if you have a foam roller, but they also make little massage balls for your feet. But like I said, starting with your wrists, starting with your hands now. We're gonna actually be here in a moment. I really want to go get a sip of water. Can we both take a break? We're all gonna take a break. I mean, okay. First, though, I could tell you like this feels tight and this feels tight. Oh, I burned myself incense. But you see, this feels tight. It makes it not able to do this, and we want to be able to, you know. We want to be able to do all these things. It's very important. So sometimes what you need to do is actually massage between your fingers. Like, oh my god, I need to stretch. You're like, seriously, dancing is probably one of the best things. Because you're more like fluid, you know, like instead of stiff. So they say, like, bring the shoulders up and drop them. Activate your muscles and then relax. Like if they relax more once you activate. Stretch your neck. And start rotating your brain. And get some water forming. It's very important. Now you can also do arm circles. Don't rush anything. And you can also roll your wrists while you roll the middle one. You can roll this. But what I'm saying, I would be standing, side stretch, and you combine that when you do a lunge, you know? So, say you're in a lunge position. First of all, you move around when you need to. When you're like in a lunge, you might feel tighter on one side than the other. This is how you prepare this. And like I said, if you're starting my knees, see how your IT bands are feeling, because I know my left one was tight, right? And my adductor was tight. And then I was doing this rotation one, and I was helping, like this one, when you bring it across. But what I was also doing is extending my leg, which makes it a little harder, but I could use my hands to kind of hold my foot and make everything activate and press on the adductor muscle that's tight. You get what I'm saying? And then you can rotate. Look at, do all these things. It's good to get rotation in. Also, level change you want to get in. So you kind of trigger point your hamstrings and let them relax. But sometimes, like I said, your glutes might be like over something and making you not work. Or one glute might be activating more than the other. Like, so then what you would want to do is work out the other one, right? Like, hello. One is already working out. One's already, you know, if the other one's weak, you make that one weak. You focus on that. You don't have to do 10 reps on each side. Guess what? You have to focus on feeling good in your body, feeling good in your mind, clarity. Like, this is important. I want some water. So what I'm trying to say right now, is I'm trying to get out. Listen to your body. Do what you need to do for you. A personal trainer might tell you we're doing 15 reps because that's for weight loss. Now, I'm not making fun of them. I used to be one of them. But I'm trying to say, looking back, I could have been a really better trainer now that I know all this stuff. You really do have to look at the person, and we do this first. You see how they step over things, you see how they function. But you don't always have to go by these numbers and these routines and these circuits. You can make it fun. You can have a fun workout. You can work out on the playground. You can play soccer or basketball and not even realize you're working out. Like, if you don't want to go lift some weights, like, go on a walk, clear your head. Maybe you have to bring packages and maybe go shopping, and that's your lift. Bring all the food up the stairs. Kids, just live your life and you'll be fit. Unless your life consists of you sitting on the couch in the bed all day. But I'm saying you have a purpose, you go follow that, you go with that, and you will realize, oh, I just did all this stuff. The day flew by. Oh, I forgot to eat. That's what happens, kids, when you're too busy to even eat. When you're fasting. And like I said, that's a good way to cut back on sugar and processed foods. If you want to lose weight. I don't know if you want to lose weight. I just, sometimes I do so. And a lot of people, I think, struggle with their body and their mind. This is true, actually, in all realms. So, I think if we share what we know, I just thought of Mr. Flexi guy. He's like the most flexible person. Now, I'm doing the other side. Do you see what I was doing? I was extending my leg out, and this activates it, but then I was holding it to kind of help it and make sure it's in alignment. And while you do that, you can trigger point your, actually, you can trigger point anything, but your hamstrings, your glutes, and what else would you want to trigger point when you're like this? Your lower back a little bit. You make sure you have a good curvature. So you're like this. And now you can see if your abs are tight, the trigger point. So this is helping me get into alignment, folks. And one of the best exercises to activate your glutes, I learned this one. What did we see what I'm doing? Okay. You're probably going to be like, oh, I already know this, but this is what they do. They cross this way. And sometimes they'll trigger point right here, near like your iliac crest or whatever. We have to review some things. But you go like this, you kick back and you're kind of lifting it up at the same time, which is where your glutes activate. And you can just hold isometrically. So you want to also strengthen your glutes. And maybe you don't do squats properly. Well, this is a good one. Maybe you can't do a squat. You sit down, you get out of your chair, you sit down. I taught chair yoga to the elderly. And you do a lot of So, there's another one you've probably seen, like before. I just hope this is helping you become more aware of your body and help your body, because, like I said, it's all connected, and we're all connected. And your surroundings and everything around you and the people you surround yourself with, everything. It's all energy floating around. And if you want to get into alignment, you want to leave the house ready to go, happy and healthy and excited for the day. Well, maybe not, but you want to at least feel good in your body, feel good in your skin. And you want to have a clear mind and feel happy, right? I mean, who doesn't? But the thing is a lot of the time, the news is very negative. So that's why I said I almost have to make this show. I have to go into another dimension where dreams are reality and it's only positive news. And it's really hard to listen to the news. Just tell me what's happening and then I'll go back to my dreamland. So now I'm going to the other leg. Really, normally I would like hold it a little longer. You want to wait till it kind of releases. And you'll see in yoga sometimes they'll hold poses for 2 minutes or whatever, or they'll do like a flow where they go one thing to the next. I find it really releases when you just hold it a little longer. Focus on your breath, breathe in and breathe out. I want to light a candle and incense right now. I actually wanted to do yoga outside. I got a little travel yoga mat, it's a square. Now, oof, that one. You can hug both of your knees to your chest. Wake up your body. Okay. But no, really, that's what to do. I'm like hanging off the mat, but if you want to just hug your knees to your chest, move your feet around. Same thing is attention, stretch again. You don't actually need foam rollers and massage balls and massage guns and all this equipment. You need to pay attention to little details and send love to all yourself. And say, I love you. And say, I love you. And say, I love you. And like, just appreciate everything around you. Say, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And the people in the conscious that come up, they're not in the dream bubble and I'm protected by the little bubble, but they're just showing you something. Like maybe you're in the wrong location, you're in the wrong spot at the wrong time, or you need to make their day better. So sometimes I come across people that are angry, and the way to solve that problem is to say a nice thing, zap them out. You're like, oh, you're outside, oh, your dogs are so cute. Then they'll snap out of it, they'll be like, oh, thank you. And then they're like, oh, this feels better now. So you send people love, and instead of like arguing and being like, well, you didn't getting in the middle that way, you just zap them out like that. You're just like, oh, and they feel that frequency a little bit, and they're like, I'm having a better day now, thank you. And that's part of the real life video game that I'm making, an app. So if you do something good for somebody, you get a +1. You don't have to do this. Just an idea for a video game. You're the video game character. I'm a video game character. You tell me, what yoga move should I do now? But then you want to do it for you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to help you as I help myself. That's why I said I'm a self-help coach. Self-helping myself. The irony. Oh. And yes, I happen to do music and everything, but I really love fitness as well. I love the human mind. I love basically mind, body, soul, spirituality, and I like a lot of things. So, and I like learning new things. So that's why with this show, I had to hit the road and get people on it. Like, shout out to Eric when he visits from California soon. He's going to do martial arts. Okay, we're going to learn some Tai Chi from him. And I'll be the beginner stunt woman and pretend I know how to do stunts. And then you can just throw me, and then I'll say, so this is a beginner, this is an expert. How fast can we learn? Who's a good teacher? Consciousness. That's why in my show, Glitch the Switch knows everything already, because she's consciousness. She's like, I already done this for 10,000 billion years before Christ. This is my Bible. Welcome. I'm not going there. I don't get religious on you. I don't know what your views are with all that, but I can tell you there's consciousness here that makes us aware that we're living, we're breathing, we have a heart. Do we ever feel our hearts? If you put your hands on your heart, that helps you to be a better vibration, but you want to really tune into it. There's a reason why kids like holding stuffed animals to their heart or something. And you don't have to use a stuffed animal. You could go hug a tree. I'm not kidding anymore, I just do it and I don't care. Because you're lining up with the nature, the purest vibration. It's so good for you. Like, it makes me feel better so fast. And then if someone sees me, I just laugh. And I say, yep. And then you can put your spine against the tree. And you can play a game like you're like, oh, spine. Who's in the parking lot now? You could also, you want to be in the moment and focus on your body when you're like doing these things, but sometimes you might want to listen to some music or something. But just be in the moment. I know I'm talking to you, so I'm just moving around the way I want to. And I hope you're doing that, listening to your body. Like, take a moment, and if you need water, go get it. Because I've needed water, and I'm not taking a break. This is an example where the time escaped. So sometimes in the iliac crest, like in here, it's tight, and you have to pressure point in there, and then you'll have better mobility. Okay? So we did this. We might not have corrected everything perfectly, but I'm just showing you things and you can work on it accordingly. You can trigger point like this, go behind your knees. Like I said, you can do that calf stretch thing where you just actually let them drop completely and it'll stretch it out. Pop the teal muscle or something, I forget what it's called. I have the anatomy people correct me. Okay, hamstrings, like this stuff, you did a lot, rotation stuff, whatever you feel like you need to do more of. So, that's that. You could also, we used to do this in track where you go slowly, back and forth, like you're doing like windmills. Oof, that's hard, right? You can pretend it's easy. If you stretch beyond where your limit, it gets really hard. But then you press against it. You can press against it for like 7 seconds, or 13, whatever it is. Release, and you'll get more range of motion. Also, you know this test where you want 90 degrees when you lift your leg up? Well, if you activate your core while you do that, you'll get more range of motion. Did you know? So, you go like this. Activate your core. You kind of want at least 90 degrees. This is a test. Now, what I like to do sometimes is like this, but I have to make sure the back is nice and positioned when I do this. So you might have to start out like this. You know this one. Okay, but now trying to make both legs even and pull your toes down, feel the stretch. I felt it. So I'm bringing my toes in. It's like isometric training. If you keep holding it long enough, it's tired. It's like doing a wall sit. Oh, well, guess what? I just stretched it out a little bit more. So you could do things like this. You could also say push against in that direction, right? You want to be able to do a complete circle. You want to push down, say, you're stretching your top of your toes. Try to make complete circles and see which side, if they're even, and you want to press against it a little bit. Press it in. You'll start feeling like you you might notice, say you're pushing down, you might notice, oh, this muscle's a little tight. Because everything is connected, folks. So then you might have to like trigger point over here. You'll learn your body more and more. But you really want to align your hips. And like I said, you might be tight in like the crest and see where they say ASIS, I believe you have points on your hips and you want to make sure they're even, like at the top of your hips, it kind of goes out. So you want to make sure they're nice and aligned before you go. And sometimes we hold tension right on the side here, and if we release that, we can fix that. You can do shoulder stands. You're good. Obviously, you want to just make circles. Like I said, but when I'm like a kid, and you'll be like really good to go. They're super flexible. So you go, little babies. So go and see what things are kind of tight. If you need to do something on the other side or something like that. It's called a brain. We have brains. What's going on? Okay, well right now I am doing like yoga stretching stuff to prepare to get outside and do whatever else I have to do today. And I came up with something that I thought was valuable, and then I just started filming. I'm like, this is actually helping me do my yoga. Like being like, here, let's do yoga. But I'm not gonna have a yoga class. I'm not a yoga instructor, but like I said, I do know a lot. I studied a lot of this stuff. I've been a personal trainer. I know a good amount. I'm very interested in this stuff, and I came on when I noticed, oh, my abs are tight. Like I'm always like, I gotta strengthen my abs and stuff, right? And that way your lower back doesn't hurt. I already said this earlier. I don't know if you were here. But notice, check your abs and see if they're actually tight, because that could be preventing you, and that could mess things up. And I said it could also look like you have more of a poofy belly. It can make it like poof out when you're not even fat. It's just your alignment of your hips. Sometimes your body is, your hips are tilted. If you fix that, then you won't look like I have a belly sometimes. Some people's case. And I guess it's all about, like, this channel is seriously like, okay, you're your greatest version. What is your greatest version doing? Well, guess what? I'm working out my mind, my body, my soul. I'm doing what I love with people, and also when I'm alone. I'm okay being alone, but I feel like I have things of value to share. So anytime I want to go live, I'm going to go live and just share whatever I want. And I do socialize, don't worry about it. I missed a cool event last night, but shout out. But I have people that want to be on the show. People are finally understanding. A lot of it's going to be music and art, because those are like a lot of my main passions, but fitness is too, and just taking care of yourself. And I've been studying self-help for so long, but at the same time I'm like, who's actually got it all? Come on. So I said, I'm a self-help coach, self-helping myself. This is an example. Yoga, stretching, foam roll session. Call that whatever you want. We're not done yet, but that is. Okay, kids, so we were doing this before, stretching our wrists, doing all this. There's so many things you can do. And like, you just need to see how your body moves, right? Like, you go side to side, you do little lunges. Lunges and squats are really good, like some of the best things. And there's so many kinds of lunges. Now, you can lunge and just actually you can just balance on your foot, and you really get to know how you're distributing your weight on each foot. And see if you could like bring your knee up to your chest, for instance. If you can't, don't worry about it. Start somewhere. You can do the floor stretch and bring your knee up. But you could just start like this. Now, Maybe I can stand here. Let's time it. Can I stand here for a minute? When does it start burning? Am I moving like this? Yes. Maybe I want to stand on a blowsuit. Is that going to help? You know, that little bubble thing? Maybe it's time to go to the gym, maybe an army. Like I said, I'm not ready yet for you people. This is how I have to prepare for the world, kids. Before you go outside, I want to be nice to everybody. You gotta kind of make sure you're good before you go interact. Otherwise, you're going to start yelling at people. I don't think that. But people get mad, and then these things, like energy is like kind of contagious. So with this one, I'm straightening this one. This one's slightly bent, and I'm going like this. And you want to make it even harder, you do it in one sport, but we don't even do all that right now. Then we do the other side. So we're really trying to stretch this one. So again, this is the straight one. This is slightly bent. Longer than I am. I've been showing you a bunch of things, and whatever you remember, hopefully, now you can just hang here, make like little circles. Again, you might have some for flexibility, but you can go like this. You see what I'm doing? Maybe not. I didn't plan on teaching yoga, no, I'm not. But look, these are things that you can do that is yoga. Don't look on my feet. Just kidding. I have yoga socks I should be wearing. I should tend to my feet now. I should go get a pedicure. Give me a break. So this was like trying to be your greatest version. So then I'm giving myself a haircut and I realize I messed up. Again, I should go get a professional one. But I always am like, they're not gonna know what I want. Try to explain it. Then I mess it up anyway. And then I have to pay $100 for a haircut and it grows so fast. This is what I meant the one. And then you have this thing, you know, where you go like this. Like, the thing is, you really want to be present and not be talking. Like, right now I could already tell some things I need to work on. I hope you became more aware of your body. I don't know how long this currently exercise class is, but making circles. Now, I want to be able to do full back bend. Shout out to those who do gymnastics. And I think a good way to learn is just go one side, the other first. Like just here, maybe, right? Go here. You don't need to be able to do it back then, but it helps to stretch both sides of your body. I always wonder how far I can go. If I die, no, this is a great thing, but actually a good thing, kind of hold on to something and just practice like stretching here. Don't do this at home, kids. So, what I'm trying to get at, you're all going to be at different levels, and you might be at a different level in a week than you are now. You might see great improvement, like, just by doing that right now. Now, I need to, like, do this thing, the triangles in the neck. Tell me what topics you're interested in, but like I said, I do a lot of activities, constantly working on stuff, and I want to share people in their greatest light. So I want to share people doing what they love, their expertise, knowledge, travel, you know, show me some places. I kind of want to go to the beach, go to Long Island. I'm going to go. I gotta figure out when I'm doing all these things, but I have plans to travel, and I'm going to do that. But like I said, before I leave the apartment, or house, wherever you are, make sure you're ready to go, folks. I mean, you do what you want. I don't tell people what to do. But if you want to, like, go out and enjoy your day and not get injured and stuff, it's good to go within before you go without, right? It's good to take time for yourself. Make sure your head's on straight, backwards and sideways. You can pull your ears. You can do face yoga. This is actually a good thing to do. And they said do it 30 times. Growing, we need to do more pulling back apparently, because a lot of us are pushing all the time. That's what I've learned. But everyone's different again. Hanging. I suggest hanging on the playground, and now I'm like, maybe I should bring you to the playground, but I'm not ready yet for that. You can go to the gym too. Wherever you can find a bar where it's not awkward, you're not going to kick the kid in the face. So you're just hanging. I didn't even really do this properly, both sides, like I was talking about, but and you kind of trigger point your little knees to get a little more range. Whew. You should start feeling things relaxed hopefully. But I'm gonna try to learn the fast track. Like wake up like I was like rolling around like a baby. I think that's seriously like stretch everything the way you think you ought to do. Because I think you just wake up of yourself and put it in its place, send it love, and say, I'm good, I'm ready to go. You'll know when you're ready for the world. You'll know when you need to sing and dance. It's called the brain. Grant. So actually talking about being left-handed, JP, I think it's really important that people could be both. And it's like, why did we choose when we were a kid? But I guess it just happened. But if we train both, we're getting all sides of our brain, talking about brain again. So I think that is important. Like, I'm skateboarding, right? And I'm goofy, which makes sense. My friend's regular, and she's goofy too, in the other sense. It's like me. Anyway, it doesn't matter, folks. I'm training to be regular and goofy. And I can notice a difference. And then I have to compare. Look at my little Buddha. Now, I would light incense and I would light a candle for you. I'll bring you to my studio that I'm building here. See, like, it's kind of a mess. I'm doing what I can with what I have, and I have some good gear, so I'm happy and grateful. But, yeah, for me, singing, dancing, moving your body around, and, like, speaking out. I think people all have something to express. We're expressions. So if you could just express yourself, even with how you get dressed, you know, I'll change my outfit like 20 times. You'll see. If I keep going live, you'll see I have like 8 outfits in a day. They ask me why I have so much laundry. How will you tell me what to wear? It'll help me out. I do fashion shows too. I have to change the strings. So I have the electronic drum set. Shout out to my friend Steph. She gave me it. She has a regular drum set. She's a drummer. I'm going to get her here. We're going to go live. She doesn't know yet. No, I think I mentioned it to her. So people gave me keyboards. Shout out to my Uncle Anthony. He gave me this one. Yamaha B200. It's like vintage. And then shout out Ole Ole. I got this microphone a long time ago and it's so good. I love it. It was in the music video I helped my friend Duncan Daniels. I let him borrow my microphone. We were on a rooftop for his music video. And it still works. That was like probably 12 years ago. So, kids, I'm doing what I can with what I have. And I think it's important to be grateful for what you have. Very important. So, you can listen. Just feel it with your heart. If you don't know where to go, like left or right, just take a moment and don't go anywhere, is my advice that I'm learning. And it might look awkward because you might be in the middle of the street like, where am I going? What am I doing? And then you feel like a little bubble of energy. Yeah, I see, I'm not going. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just in the moment now and you could feel it. You can feel it. Mm. Now listen to what you hear wherever you are, because I just heard some birds. And by the way, the birds just had little babies. Hello! Hey, talking about babies. I want to show you the little birds now. Let me go look at the little birds that I love. Oh my gosh. Let me flip the camera. Okay, so there's little babies in there. I don't want to freak them out. The mother was just here. Usually when after the mother leaves, I notice the male one arrives to kind of watch the babies, I think. It was taking a little longer. They probably know I'm here, I'm covering, I'm the nanny. Oh boy. So there's a bird. They're gonna feed it probably. Feed their babies. It's like a little string. I don't know what that is. I had to get them some bird feed. So this show is like a combination of everything, and I switch activities really fast. But you'll start to understand it. I'm not explaining it anymore. I just have to show you. And yeah, it is kind of like my life, but we're gonna have people. Don't worry about it. I'm just watching this bird walk the line here. The little string. I think it's confused. Is that for your home or is that to eat? I need to get outside. Look at that tree. I just want to hang glide out. This is my way out, the fire escape. That's how my character leaves. And since I'm real life acting, I'm gonna have to do all these things. I've already stood out here. I don't want to scare the bird, but just gonna put my head out. Hello. Now I'm not gonna show you. I'm not gonna get close to the birdhouse. I might scare him. But the bird is actually able to just go in the wire. I don't know what it's saying. It's okay. Love you. Now this window, I need to now hold it with my other arm. This window's broken. I'm gonna have to get it fixed. But in the meantime, I'm making my workout. It's windy. I suggest getting sun, people, as I need to go out and get some sun. Go walk. So I'll have to come back. I'll have to end this episode. I really want to show you the baby birds. I might have to do that later, but at least you see that one. I hope you got something out of this. Oh look, there's both of them. Oh, they're so cute. I wish I could fly. That's what I would do. If I was a bird, I'd be flying all over the place. But they're great parents. They take care of the little babies. And I am doing well. Thank you. Erkin? I don't know how you say your name. Wow, I've been live for almost an hour. I think it's time to sign out. That was fun. I hope we got a good warm-up for our day and feel a little bit aligned. And that's all I'm doing now. Enjoy your day. I'll be back at some point.